Hey everybody. I just did a video on me playing one of my a 9-dan professional teacher of mine 30 years ago, focusing on how me as a lesser 6-dan back then and a greater 6-dan now, and the difference of ways I was thinking, this kind of thing. So here's another one. These are short videos, and to me it's interesting. To you it may not be, but here we go. This is all good and fine for everybody. Old style Giusekis. In the old days, to get strong, you had to know all these Giusekis, all the details. Now you don't need to know any of them with AI. Okay, all regular stuff. Here, check this out. Black is thinking the bottom is biggest. White's Shamari wants to extend that way. The black single stone, the 4-4, wants to extend that way. That's the most desire the stones have. That's the bottom. There's 3 ideas. Black A, safe stone. It has Miai for health. And it puts most of its energy into negating White's 2-stone wall, which is not a particularly impressive wall at the moment. B, also safe, but puts more energy into working with the 4-4 there. And then we have C, which is I'm putting a great deal of effort into the corner, and I am by all means stopping White's bottom area from becoming anything particularly interesting. So, modern idea, I would always play C now without any thought. Notice how practical it is. When you play here, is someone going to mess with you? No. Is there cash involved? Yes. I mean, potentially the whole corner, but certainly some. And if White were to try to get on the right button here, ooh, I'm going to grow the bottom. Really? I'm already there. It's not very worthwhile. This little thing I do with my students, check out this white stone. A lot of you are going to think this is silly, but I use it. I've used it so much over the years. It's really helps me to see the board, to see my stones clearly. Okay, we're looking at the A stone. And what we're going to do is cut it in half, right down the K line. When I do this in my mind, it's always a hacksaw. I can feel the clamshell. I make little, there's little dust. It's a very, okay, I'm cutting it in half. Then I look at the right side of the stone. It's like, perfect. Could not be better. Then I look at the left side of the stone. It's really not doing a lot on the left side. That's a lot of information. It helps me to see just how big and meaningful the stone is. Now, lesser, but still helpful at times, I cut it into quarters and then judge the top and the bottom. It's like there's lots of information. What is the stone doing? Okay, so the point of that was to say this F3 is clearly affecting the bottom in a big way. Okay. So I went here. There's no need. I would say it's the lesser of the 3, perfectly playable, but it's a style that's not mine. Just, learning stuff. One thing I would always do when I play pros in teaching games is I don't try to play the moves I know, but rather I try to play moves that bring out questions, because I would ask so many questions. I'm probably the only student all these, I had a lot of teachers that annoyed them so much with all the questions. I ask a question, they answer, I go, I don't get it. I ask it again, they answer it again. I don't understand what you're saying. You want me to read it out? I will never read this whole sequence out in my whole life. I need more. I get all frustrated. Even very famous patient people. Okay, onward. He doth ramble. I pinch. And of course this works with my L3. There's some choices here. I went this way. This was a well-known Joseki back then. We won't go into detail. I wouldn't be able to remember it anymore. It's been so long. Okay. Done. Black's A group, settled. White's B group, settled. Black's C stone, that's not a group. That's just a helping stone. We don't care about it. Black's D stone, well, we're certainly not committed to it. Also, it's a little hard for white to capture it because if white says, I'm going to get you, well, that's sente for one. It's hard to hurt the stone very much. Therefore, we're saying that it is fine. We're done. We can continue and say, okay, I would like to stabilize the left, but that's a new idea. So the ideas that are present, that finishes them. So actually, that's something I wanted to do up here. Let's go back to that. At this Joseki, let's analyze it. And I bring this up because you see me do this on a couple other videos, and I want you all to get a feeling for how to judge Joseki. So black has 5 stones, white has 5 stones, so it should be near equal in value. So we're going to count the black area. How do we count the corner? Well, this is white gote. You can't count. That's an entire cost of a move. Well, that's what white can get, not what white has. Now let's do it the other way. Black plays. You're undercut. I got a monkey jump. The point being that this is black's right. Black will be getting this with great probability. So when we count black, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pretty thick there. We'll give it 10. So we're thinking white should have about 10. So if black descends at S18, white descends, assuming he wants the points, R18. So white has 2, 4, pretty thick, so we'll go with 6, 7, 8, 9. White's thick on the outside, 10. I put another one there. So things are pretty equitable. I thought it'd be good to see that. Okay. We went through this, and I'm not going to count this corner because we just did one. So, where for black? Oh, a couple more. There we go. Where for black? White A is an open skirt. That is to say, if I play here, which is a big move, and white ignores, white's eyes are leaving, white's points, whose base is leaving. White does not like this. So this is a big, powerful move. Well, we could remove white's attack as we build the left. And white does have an open skirt, but it's just points. It's not, the group is alive. but it's still big. Well, between the two, the top seems much more meaningful. However, if we do play this one, which I did, and white takes the other one, which she must, this is Gote. My group is fine. I get a second move in my moyo. Okay, to me, that math is hard. It confuses me. This one's bigger, but this one is smaller, but gives me two moves. Okay, is that true? I can't sort it out in my mind, but I went in this direction. Black, white, black. Okay, white needs to come in. Black area, big black moil, white needs to do something. How do we come in? Let's look at the ways. Playing around A, very hard. We won't even think about that. B is going to be really tight life, maybe even a uncomfortable. So we're talking about A, or maybe a contact move at B. But there's the third option, which has a proverb attached. When you want to invade, approach. Now, even though I respond, before you had this move, but now you have this move too. Threatening to connect under. You have a free move here, along with the others. So when you want to invade, approach first. Gives you things to work with as you're playing a big move. And that was me putting that down, not her. So it got this far, and that's it on the game. I don't know if we didn't finish or it means we didn't finish. White invades. Of course, she's going to win. She's professional line on. But you got to see some thinking and why she did stuff, why I did stuff, and how I would do things different now and all like that. Okay, hope it was helpful. Catch y'all later.